What's up guys, today I'm going to be making a video using my rank 4 Jean Grey versus basically every skill defender I could find for BGs that had some defensive relevance. And we're just going to show off how well Jean is at countering basically the entire skill class, because yeah, we're starting off with probably the hardest skill defender in the game, arguable with Bullseye, and we're just going to see Jean absolutely wreck her. Yelena is brand new, making her have much more defensive value than normal as well, but Jean is going to do an absolutely incredible job here. It is worth mentioning that we are in a meta where I can get a little bit of additional damage from the unblockable from the tactic. However, that's not really going to be changing the outcome of what most of these fights are going to look like. As you can see here, that special attack kills her, and she probably would have had a little bit of health left, but then the Narrow Shocks would have basically just chipped her down, and it would have just been a couple more seconds, if not for that burst damage from the unblockable. I'm going to be jumping around both of the tactics, or both of the BG's metas, just for whichever one made sense for the defender. And I try not to use the Coda one unless I have to, because it's giving me additional damage. I don't really want to show you guys what Jean looks like with the Coda tactic. I want to show you guys just regular Jean. But I'm not going to fight a Bullseye with Invade. In that case, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fight him with Conflictor. And I think that in either of the... I think that Jean completely wrecks Bullseye. In both of the metas we currently have, though, she's not the best for him. Just because he's spamming so many extra special ones with Conflictor, and then he's also just doing so much more block damage with Invade. So it's literally just pick your poison. She's very good at fighting Bullseye. It's just none of these BG's metas are very good at showing that, and I got a little lucky there. But the reason she's good for Bullseye is because she has her force field mechanic that's going to give you a passive stun. Bullseye can't evade during this passive stun, so you can just combo during the stun like that. And at the same time, you also are going to absorb a lot of the damage that he's doing to you with your force field, and reduce his crit damage overall with the exhaustions. She's very good for Bullseye. It's just these metas make it look a little worse. As you can see there, that score wasn't the best, but it was still fine. So now we're going to go fight the Nick Fury. This one is in the Invade meta, and I'm going to go ahead and drop Special 2 immediately. So figuring out the rotation for Jean Grey versus Nick was a little weird, because it's like once I nuke him down with the SP1, SP2 rotation, then it doesn't really matter, because he's gonna remove all the Narrow Shocks, and he's just gonna have a second life again. So I tried doing it with a Special 2 into a Special 1, see if that made any kind of difference. It didn't really. Like, there might be a better rotation to do for this fight. Maybe you just, spam Special 1s. I don't even think that's right. I think you probably just want to do the normal SP1 to SP2 rotation and then kill him with another Special 2. But it was a little weird trying to figure out which rotation to use versus versus Nick for this fight. Either way, it was still a pretty good score. But that one could be improved for sure. And also me running into a Special 1 didn't help at all. So now I'm going to fight Lumatrix. Lumatrix is very difficult for metas where it's hard to get openings. It's a little bit harder to get openings with Conflictor, but this isn't really a great example of that. But in general, Jean is really good at fighting Lumatrix, because while, yes, it is annoying to get openings against Lumatrix, the openings are much easier when Jean can't miss, because of the fact that she has the Narrow Shocks, which just completely cancel out miss. So anyway, I'm going to drop my Special 1 there. Again, we're doing more burst damage with the tactic, and this was recorded before the Invade meta came out, where I couldn't really use her for Invade yet. But you're going to see that the SP2 just does so much overkill that it doesn't even matter, and it would even out pretty well. Because right there, we kill him on the first burst. Like, if this was Invade, he'd still die at the same amount of time. So now we're going to go fight Black Panther Civil War. This one is in the Invade meta. And I would show off her utility of being able to parry and place a passive stun that doesn't get reflected, but I don't want to do that in Invade, obviously. And I didn't want to use the Coda tactic because I didn't want to show off the additional damage when I didn't have to. But she's perfect for Black Panther. once you get him to cleanse the neuros, then you don't even need to use your heavy to get the uncanny passives. And again, you have the passive stun, and yeah, you don't want to use your heavy against Black Panther normally, so the fact that she doesn't have to, because of him purifying automatically, just makes it really great. And then I'm just going to kill him in one combo afterwards, and there goes Black Panther, rank 4 Black Panther, down in 41 seconds. Absolutely beautiful. And so, next up we're going to go fight Atuma. This is a rank 4 6200 Atuma, and Jean is perfect for Atuma. You can make him purify his own concussions with your heavy attack if you want to. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to parry in this fight. But this is the victory track, so Conflictor does exist, and it's purifying the... Oh, wait, never mind. This is Conflictor, so I could use my heavy attack and purify his concussions if I wanted to. But that's fine. We're going to go get the unblockable, but again, the additional damage is just going to end up being overkill once we get to my special 2. And I'm going to drop it right here. And he's actually going to go red because I forgot about Conflictor, but I get a stand-up intercept, luckily, and then he goes down. So, yeah, the stand-up intercept kind of saved me there, but 36 seconds against a rank 4 Atuma is completely ridiculous. Now we're going to go fight Kilmonger. When Jean has her force field active, she doesn't take any thorns damage. This includes thorns from Atuma, Kilmonger, and Korg, which Korg is actually a defender I should have gotten recorded, but I didn't get a Korg fight, unfortunately. This one is a little bit difficult because of the fact that he is gaining a lot of power when you place the Neuroshocks, because he gains power when you place debuffs on him. But it's not going to be too big a deal because, like, more power is just more specials. At least his reverb isn't going to be more potent because we're not going to be taking any reverb damage. And he has the Energize too, making this even more difficult, but it's still going to be pretty much a non-issue for Jean. I don't really want to go for a special 2 expecting it to just nuke, because he does have a lot of crit resist, so the special 2 might not kill him, and just a lot of tankiness in general. So I drop it here, and it does kill him actually, but I've had attempts where he was left at like 10% or something, so don't try to kill him immediately, or don't push him red with your special attack, I should say, with your special 2, because that could be a little risky. And then the last fight is going to be against this rank 4 HitMonkey. HitMonkey's not much of a defender, as you're going to see by how fast he dies, but in some metas he can be a little annoying because of his evade and stuff, but he only gets his evade if you knock him down, and if you kill him with your knockdown, then that doesn't matter. So again, we're going to get a little additional damage from the tactic, but his health pool is so small that it's not going to even matter that much. As you're going to see here, I drop the special 2, and then he's dead. And I probably would still SP1, SP2 in that matchup, but it was cool. 25-second fight still. So anyway, that's the Jean versus the skill class video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, Korg is the only defender I really wish I recorded. Unfortunately didn't get to that, but it's okay. Because you guys got to see how well she takes Thorns, basically, against Kilmonger and Atuma anyway. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.